Hey, what's up everybody? Landon here from Group Organizer, and I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial walkthrough video about how to get started with Group Organizer and how it will actually work. Okay, so first and foremost, you should have received an email that gives you a link to install the extension. You see here, click here, this is my Group Organizer extension tab, extension icon. And when you click that, you'll see there's a place to log in. Mine's just pulling up the page right now because I'm already logged in. But you'll be able to log in with the username and password that's sent to you via email. Okay, so you're going to get that via email. You're going to log into Group Organizer. And then once you're logged in, it's going to bring you to this dashboard page. And you're probably wondering, why are we in the dashboard page? I need to connect to Facebook groups, etc. Right? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. So once you're logged in, you're going to see here, you see this line here that says Groups You Manage. You're actually going to click on this icon, and you might see another little pop-up appear on your computer screen. In fact, I'll drag that over here. You'll see a little pop-up like this, and essentially what Group Organizer is doing is it's scanning all the groups that you manage, you're an admin for, etc. And then once it's done, you're going to see this icon, Scanning has been completed. So you're going to hit OK, and then what's going to happen is you're going to be able to hit this drop-down menu, and you're going to see all the different Facebook groups that you manage, that you're admin for, are going to appear here in this list. So, for example, if we wanted to go to my Facebook Lead Generation Secrets Facebook group, we can click on that, and you can see here there's nothing that pulls up yet. Well, there's a reason that is. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click this Manage Requests button here. So I'm going to hit Manage Requests, and then you're going to see that the Facebook group page is going to pull up. And then what's going to happen is you're going to see all of the member requests for your particular group appear here. And instead of it saying Approve on this little blue tab next to this individual, it says Group Organizer. So when you hit this Group Organizer button, it's going to approve that member that's trying to get into your Facebook group, but it's also going to save all that data, all of the group member data, so email, any questions they've answered, etc. It's going to save all of that excuse me, inside of Group Organizer. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it works. So I'm going to hit Group Organizer, Group Organizer, Group Organizer, Group Organizer, so on and so forth, right? So I'm just going to go through this whole list, and pretty soon we're going to have a Group Organizer Approve All button up here, so you can do it all at one time. But really easy to do, even if you're doing it one by one, right? And for some reason, this particular profile, no matter what I do, whether it's Group Organizer or not, it doesn't approve this particular person's profile for whatever reason. I don't know. So we're going to go back into the Group Organizer tab, and then we're going to refresh this page. And then you can see here, we're going to choose our group again. And then once we choose the group, you're going to see all of these members that we approved with that Group Organizer Approval button. And then what does it do here? It scraped all their answers to their questions. It pulled their email address, etc. Okay, and so now we've got all of those in here. Now, the other cool thing about Group Organizer, and again, this is just in the very beginning stages of the software. We're going to have so many cool things coming up with this, but this is in the very beginning. So the other cool thing we can do is we can export the data, and it's going to actually produce a file here. Let me move my face. It's going to produce a file here that you can pull up in an Excel sheet or however you want to view it. Or you can push it to a Google Sheet. And then you need to just attach the link to your particular Google Sheet here, and then hit Push to Sheet, and it'll push all that information to your specific Google Sheet. Okay? So that's what's so cool about Group Organizer, is rather than having your Facebook group and adding the people to the group and managing them there, you really can't communicate with them outside of that group. So Group Organizer is allowing you to take control, to actually own that audience by collecting email, answers to questions, etc. When they apply to be members of a group, you can export it to an Excel sheet, you can push it to a Google Sheet, and then you can obviously manage that data here inside of Group Organizer, like you see here. And again, you can do this with any of your groups. So if I wanted to go to a different group, for example, I could click on this one, and same thing, I could go and manage my requests. It's going to pull me back up here, and then I could go through and approve, and same thing, I would have all that information stored here in the CRM page, in this data page. Okay, so that's Group Organizer in a nutshell for now. Again, we're adding lots of cool features, lots of interesting things are coming up, but for now we want to make sure that we're giving all of you as Group Organizer users the power to control your Facebook groups, meaning gather member information, gather data, email, etc., answers to questions, and then be able to export those, because once you export, as you know, as internet marketers and business builders, you can use that information to put it in an email autoresponder and be able to set up an email campaign, sending it out to those Facebook group members, etc. So as long as you're capturing email inside those groups, it's going to give you the power to then market and sell to that group even outside of your Facebook group, which is really a really cool and powerful feature. So let me know if you have questions, if you have issues getting it set up. Again, in the email you receive, you should have a link to download it, information on your login, username and password, and then once you log in, you'll see this Group Organizer dashboard page where you can then sync to your groups and then manage requests, and then you're going to see all this information here, and then you can export that data. So, all right, thanks for using Group Organizer. Excited to have you on board, and we'll talk soon.